everybody. It's Scott Yingling with YNG Global and Evolution. We're back again for the fourth installment of Let's Talk. So today let's talk about sticks. Let's talk about how you can use sticks and stick type objects, because obviously you're not walking down the street with Eskrima sticks or batons or things of that, telescopic batons. You're not walking down the street, or you don't have that in your kit. But let's talk about how you can use anything with the principles that Krav Maga have incorporated and have taken from Pinjot Silat and from Kali, about how to use a stick type object to defend yourself, and a little bit of foot movement as well. I'll get into the foot movement in a later episode. But for today, we're just going to talk about how to use a stick. So if you have something in your hand, okay, and again, we're not trying to make you a professional stick fighter, okay? There's something in my hand, and we're going to talk about just a couple of directions and lines of attack and lines of defense that you can use your I'm not going to say your Eskrima stick, but you're going to be able to use your baton type object to defend yourself. I'm going to have, just in basic principles, I'm going to have a fighting stance. I'm going to have my stick ready. I'm going to have one hand out here, okay? Obviously, if it's just a person that's not armed, I'm going to use this hand to parry. I can use it to parry and trap, and then I can strike. If I can see someone is going to have a weapon, if they have a knife, I'm going to change my stance into an off stance. I'm going to use this hand to protect myself, and then I'm going to use my object to extend the length of my arm. So now I'm not going to be blocking at this distance, I'm going to be blocking at that distance, okay? So what I'm going to be doing now is, if the person does not have an object in their hand, I'm going to be striking from 6 angles. So I'm going to have an angle 1, an angle 2, an angle 3, an angle 4, a 5, and a 6. So we're just going to talk about those 6 angles, okay? So if we just go back to it again, this is something that Krav Maga teaches, but it comes directly from Filipino martial arts. It comes directly from Pinjot Silat. It comes directly from Kali, okay? So we're talking about, again, the person's in front of me. I'm going to go angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, and angle 6, okay? If the person has a knife in their hand, I'm going to change my positions. I'm going to use the outside of my forearm to protect my neck and my heart, and I'm still going to do the same thing. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, and angle 6, okay? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to ask the world's best apprentice, my wife, Megan. I'm going to ask her to come in, and I'm just going to show you a little bit how those angles work. Okay, so here's Megan, my wife, my partner in fighting crime. Okay, if I'm Batman, she's Robin. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. So we're just going to talk about the knife, because if we can deal with the knife situation, well, then a non-armed attacker is easier, clearly. So I see the knife. The knife is presented towards me. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold my off stance position. This would be my strong position here, bam. But when I see the knife, I'm going to take a step back already, and then I'm going to use my 6 angles of attack, not to attack the person, because if I attack the person, even if I strike the person, the knife has me, okay? I need to take advantage of the length of the object that I have in my hand to use my angles to attack the threat. The threat here is not the person. The threat is this knife. Okay, the person can't hurt me in terms of this scenario. It's the knife that's going to hurt me. So when I see that, I'm going to take my defensive position, and then I'm going to use my angles of attack on the object that she's attacking with. I'm going to use 1. I'm going to use 2. I'm going to use 3, 4, 5, and 6. And it doesn't have to be my Eskrima stick, okay? Maybe all there was that I saw when the person pulled the knife on me, maybe there was just some kind of, I don't even know what this is, a thinking it might be some type of pool cleaner device or whatever, all right? So it's the same type of deal. So now I'm just gonna use a little bit, I'm gonna put 2 hands on it, but now I'm even better because now I can even get further away from the threat. So I'm still gonna do the same thing, and now we're coming back into martial arts, and we're talking a little bit about a bow. Now we're doing a marriage of some karate and Filipino martial arts, because now I'm using the same techniques and the same angles of attack that I was taught by Filipino martial arts, but I'm putting 2 hands on it, so now I'm using a bow. So now I see it, so now I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? There's other angles. There's straight strikes, there's up strikes, there's straight jabs, there's other angles. But just for personal self-defense, if I can have you think about a chair. I'm sorry, a chair. A table. If I can have you think about a table. A table, if I break a leg off a table, now what do I have? I have the exact same thing happening here now. I have my 1, and then I have my 2, and I have my 3, and my 4, and my 5, and my 6. So it could just be that, okay? So now what I want, Megan's gonna take 1 step back, and so what I'm gonna do with these 6 angles is I create a barrier of defense in front of me that's almost impossible for this person to get through. And if they're coming in through me, if they're coming in to try to get me, what's gonna happen is they're gonna get hit. So I don't have to anticipate their angle of attack. I'm gonna throw these 6 strikes consecutively to create a barrier to keep them from getting into me. So what I'm doing, Megan's gonna take a step back. She's gonna take a step back out of my range, and then she's gonna walk forward. If she feels confident that she can get through without taking a big smack in the hand, well then she can come through. But I'm confident that she won't feel confident that she's gonna come through. So when I see she's got the knife out, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Okay, see what's going on there? So if that person's coming in, I'm gonna catch them. It's already out, and then I'm gonna keep going. Once I do 1, 2, and then I come in, and now I'm gonna attack the attacker. I'm gonna become the aggressor. Any object can be used: umbrellas, walking sticks, a folded up piece of newspaper. If you roll up a piece of newspaper, now you have an extended weapon that increases the length of your tool being your arm. If I can increase the length of that tool, now I have become a more effective weapon by increasing the length that I can deploy my weapon, okay? So let's continue talking about using these type of objects, anything that's at your disposal to create that barrier of defense between you and the attacker, okay? If someone is going to come attack you, if you put a good defense, a good barrier of defense between you and that person with an object, more than likely, just like the predator is going to come and attack the weakest prey, that person is going to take off. And if not, then you have a defensive tool to deal with that person violently, aggressively, and effectively, okay? So thanks a lot. Again, guys, if you like the way I present things, if you like the way I view the world, hit that like button. Please leave some comments and send me some messages about what you think about what I have to put out. And certainly subscribe to YNG Global and Quavolution. Thanks a lot. I'm Scott Yingling, and keep training.